Hey, it's Tom from Packhacker, and in this video we're taking a detailed look at the Matador and Packhacker ReFraction Pro. This is an upgraded version of the original ReFraction for Matador, and I'm going to show you all the design details. Let's get into it. There's so much we love about the original ReFraction, and we wanted to keep a lot of the same essence when we ported it over to the Pro. So kicking it off with the materials, we have YKK zippers all throughout, and then we stuck with the 100D nylon on the outside. I love this weight of fabric because it's packable. It still can compress down without feeling like a plastic grocery bag, but yet it's robust enough to feel like an actual backpack when it's unpacked, and I think that's really huge. Matador really got this right the first time, and it's one of the reasons why we wanted to keep the fabric the same. We also have this bluesign span material that is stretchy and nice for things like water bottle pockets and this little slide pocket on the outside, and it's got some good sustainability as well. On the functionality side, you're gonna see some teal zipper pulls here, I guess, that are a little more aesthetic, but you can see it and tell the pocket apart a little bit better. Of course, it gets some Packhacker branding in there as well. It was fun to find the exact color because there's a ton of paracord colors out there, and we just had a blast matching like these zipper pulls to this logo lockup down here. And speaking of the logo lockup, this is a Hypalon loop where you can hang things off of like a bike light. Then we also added another Hypalon loop up here at the top. I really like that when I'm traveling to hang off something like a wet swimsuit or a wet towel, and the higher you can hang it, the less likely it is to drag on the floor. So I think that's a must, and it's really, really great for travel. One of the things that you're gonna notice here that we also kind of changed on this was the Pro version has an admin pocket here, which is a little bit more tech focused. It's a little more enclosed. There's a bit of organization in here, which I'll get to in a second. And on the original ReFraction, you kind of have this bluesign span stretch pocket out here on the front that's a little bit better for adventure. Things like hat, gloves, maybe a packable jacket can go in the front. So a couple of differences there. All right, next up, the harness system. At the top here, we have this loop where the bag can hang. These are pretty much the same on both. And then we have these shoulder straps. These are some of my favorite shoulder straps out of any packable bag out there. Matador really nailed this. They feel robust and very comfortable to wear, yet they're very packable, and I think that's hard to pull off. So the way we did that was we have the 100D nylon on the front and kind of this squishy mesh in the back, pretty much the same as the original. A couple differences here. If you move on down, we have one fabric loop on the wearer's left side where you can hang additional items, and that's gonna have that Matador logo. A little bit dirty. You can see that we've been using this bag a lot. It's got a lot of love, and one of the reasons why we wanted to collab with Matador on it. Some dirt right there on the zipper pulls, which I dig. I think Lauren's Safari got it a little bit dirty, this one. But on the Packhacker version, we have two Hypalon loops, which are more robust and gives the option to hang things on either side. And we have a nice little logo lockup between Packhacker and Matador here. And on both versions, this sternum strap actually doubles as a luggage pass-through, so you can just weave it through these points on the side, like so. Strap it together. And then it's a nice little loop that'll hold right onto your rolling luggage if you want to use that option. Another thing I wanted to point out that is different on the Pro version is that we use strap keepers here, these little plastic things. They keep the straps from flying around. On the original version, you can see that that's not really there, so you get a little excess strap. All right, so here's the ReFraction Pro bag on me. I really like the way it feels. Again, those shoulder straps are thin, but yet they're super comfy. So it's fully loaded up with everything I'd take to work with me at a coffee shop, including a hydro flask on this side. As you can see, it's like the bag isn't tilting to one side or the other. I don't really feel that either, which I think is a really good thing because sometimes it can start to feel a little bit like that. But everything in here fits in really great, and it's super comfortable for a day of work or exploring a new city. All right, so this is the original ReFraction. Again, super comfortable, got that water bottle in here, have everything loaded up inside of here, just like I had inside of the Pro. However, I like the silhouette of the Pro just a little bit more. I like that admin pocket and that singular fabric look versus having this bluesign span material on the back. But overall, again, very comfortable, pretty similar when it comes to the harness system, just different bag functionalities and organization. All right, moving on to the inside of the bag, let's kick it off with the laptop compartment in the back. So we've actually added a laptop compartment to the Pro version. I think this is critical if you're gonna be bringing this bag to a coffee shop and working. It's nice to have that extra space. When I was using the original ReFraction, I was just kind of putting my laptop into the main compartment and it was kind of getting like diagonal, or the corner was sticking out all weird. Now you have a nice place in the bag for it, and it's great with a laptop sleeve. You can fit up to a 15-inch laptop inside as well. Would recommend using a sleeve just so you have a little bit of added protection, but it's very nice to have it out of the way. And this is in the same area as the original quick grab pocket on the original ReFraction. So that's also the pocket that the bag packs into, which I'll show a little bit later in this video. But basically, instead of a laptop compartment, this has the quick grab pocket. This has a laptop compartment, it's just a little bit bigger. And then both of these have these little loops on the sides here that allows you to kind of secure the zipper. You can thread that through, the paracord through, and then it's just, you know, a little bit more secure, a little bit harder to open up. So I like that both of these bags offer that. Next up, we'll go to the front pockets. So we have this mesh dump pocket here on the original ReFraction. Let me just open that up so you can see it's kind of a black hole, but it's meant to be. I mean, again, hat, gloves, maybe a packable jacket, bigger items. It's got a little bit of stretch. And this is really where the Pro became the Pro. And it's about just bringing this thing around for remote work and the digital nomad lifestyle. So we have this admin pocket up here at the top. You open that up, and I just love the way this thing lays out. It was super fun to work with Matador and the team on it and just get everything just perfect. And I'm smiling so much because I love that we got this passport in here just about perfect. On one of the original iterations, actually, this passport was kind of getting in the way of this zipper. So we had to do a couple of tweaks to the pattern to allow it to go down, and then we still wanted it to be on one seam, so it looked really clean. I don't know, there was some nerdy design detail stuff going on, but what you need to know is that when you put in your passport in here, it's not gonna block the zipper, and that's what I need to know too, and I really like that. So we have two equal pockets here. They got a little bit of stretch in them on each side. We've got an admin pocket, or just an internal zippered pocket up here at the top. This is also the pocket the bag packs into, which I'll get to in a sec. There's a key loop in here, and then just some areas for other smaller tech items. I love having a space inside of a packable bag that's completely zipped shut, so you don't have things flying all around. And then you still have a little bit of depth in here. You can see I pulled this packable rain jacket out of here. And then one of my favorite features here is this little Hypalon pull tab here. It's got the little Pack Hacker logo on it. Love the way that looks and feels. Got this rubbery feel to it, but that's actually where a smart tracker can go. So I've got an air tag in here right now. We made sure that tiles also fit inside of there, but it's a great way to keep track of your bag, and it's a dedicated spot for it. So you don't have an air tag just kind of floating around inside of your bag. So as you can see, the admin pocket, that's really kind of where the Pro became the Pro versus the original mesh dump pocket of the ReFraction. All right, moving on to the main compartment. Starting off with the ReFraction, it's just a pretty big empty space. And then I'll pull open the ReFraction Pro and show you what I'm unpacking inside. Again, opening those teal zipper pulls. Really love that little touch. Makes it feel Pack Hacker. Inside of here, I've got a keyboard, a laptop stand right here, my fully blown tech kit that I carry around with me when I'm one bag traveling. And then I also have a hoodie inside here. One of the things that we were originally going to do is change the interior liner of this so it just, you know, was a little bit lighter in color. However, we tried it and it just wasn't worth the trade-off for weight and packability. We wanted to keep it a little bit lighter. So it ends up being, you know, an area inside of here where you can just dump larger things. And then again, that admin pocket in the front has that light gray color so you can see those little things going on a little bit better. All right, now it's time to compress these bags. So with the original ReFraction, it compresses into this pocket up here on the top. And then with the Pro version, it packs to the interior admin pocket. So let's pack them up now. All right, both these are packed up. In the original ReFraction, we just have a little loop here you can use to hang on a bag. And then a Matador, it's just a Matador branding down here. We have the Pack Hacker Matador branding locked up on the ReFraction Pro version. And then we've actually added a loop here. And we actually spent a good amount of time looking at a bunch of different loops. One of the things that I wanted to make sure that it had is a standard width that could fit on PAL's webbing for MOLLE accessories. So it'll just fit on pretty much any bag you want right out of the box. I'll demonstrate that real quick. All right, so here it is on a GR1 that we've used for durability testing. So it's super dirty and a little beat up, but as you can see, that hook is the perfect sizing to fit around the PAL's webbing. So that is common in a lot of bags, whether it's actual webbing like this or just measurement used on like a handle or something on the outside. Wanted to give you that versatility to hang it off the back of pretty much any bag you want. All right, that's the full comparison of the original ReFraction and the ReFraction Pro. If you want one of these, make sure to scoop them up. We're only doing one run, there's limited quantities, and I think it's a really great bag that you're gonna love. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker. We'll see you in the next video.